Yo, Hunter Wertman, shout out. How you guys doing? How's my audio? Is it too loud? Or is it just loud enough? Let me know. Another one. Yo, Rick, YC. You're welcome, Hunter. Well, thank you for watching. I'm glad to have you guys here. Tilt Decker, how you been, man? You guys want to see something cool? Check this out. Whoa! Welcome to my office. Come on. How cool is this? I've been tuning it up, trying to get it all legit. This is a temporary mic solution as far as the stand. I'm going to get one of those booms that I can carry around so it stays real close to me like this. Get some high quality audio going on. Right? I mean, I've always been told I have a face for radio, so figured I'd up my game. Tilt Decker, awesome you're doing these. The only live show I watch. Wow, thank you, man. I'm honored. Check it out. This is I've got a bunch of these canvases that I've printed up of different shots that I've posted on my Instagram over the years. And this one, backstory of this one, that was after M-Shine Wash turned the trailer damn near invisible. How about that? Pretty cool. So yeah, I had all these banners. I put up banners everywhere. Figured it would make me look more credible, you know. And then this picture behind me, that's the Boston Trucker. Took that one that was years ago. He helped me get my start. The Boston Trucker, Mike Gaffin, great guy. If you guys ever want to check out a nice channel about trucking, look up the Boston Trucker. Very cool. Dortega, any plans to make a more super shiny tire shine? Yeah, but working on a silicone-free version potentially, because silicone's getting harder and harder to get. So our current tire shine has a ton of silicone in it, so it's both expensive, but it's harder and harder to get. So, Mr. Guy Buddy, man, glad I had the notifications on. Cool, man. I'm glad you're here. How did you start up this whole thing with the big shop? It's a great question. I've been doing this for a lot of years. Well, I've been doing it my whole life, actually. And I just, the big shop, like where I am now, I've been in for about 4 years now. And I moved here because it was an opportunity to build the studio where I film. And the landlord was cool with me putting a truck wash in here and cutting up the floor and doing all the stuff we had to do with that. And I thought it would be a great opportunity if we could get a studio that we could fit a truck in. So like my studio is 80 by 30, and the rest of the place is pretty sizable too, which is nice because it gave me some room to grow, and we needed it, as it turns out, because getting into e-commerce, like, man, it took some room. So we have a good amount of square footage here. And how did I get the whole thing with the big shop though, man? I don't know. It just kind of worked out, I guess, I guess it just kind of worked out. Caden says, you should try to get a bull rack in to wash down. A bull rack? What's a bull rack? How come I don't know what that is? I'm interested in weird things, though. I want to watch some weird stuff down. So anything if you guys have something weird to watch, just let me know, because I'm looking for something. Mark says, do you hot with Stars and Stripes? Can you use cold water? So if you use heat with Stars and Stripes, heat is going to boost any soap up by like double. Make it work way better. Soap is activated by heat. Now I don't use heat in my wash bay here because it's too easy, and I want to just see what the soaps can do on their own, and what people could expect if they don't have hot water, because most people don't have hot water. Most people just have a cold water power washer, and I want to show people more like real world results. So, Mr. Guy Buddy Mitt, man, I've been watching since the start. Thank you, man. Can't wait for more big trucks and tractors. Yeah, I'm working on an edit right now, and hopefully this Friday I'll be putting out another one. Kenworth, nice polished aluminum body on that. Just a sort of a nice maintenance wash. Now, I wanted to let me rip into the old, or the not the old, but the comments from the last live stream, because these come in after the fact. After I go off air, then the comments start flowing in after the post is done. So the first one here, Muchacho Grande. Gen X is the name for the fan base. Holy moly! I wonder why I didn't think of that. Should I call you guys Gen Xers? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Are you guys Gen Xers? I mean, that kind of works. Gen X is like, I'm 30, so I'm going to be 38 this year. So I think I'm on the verge of Generation X, right? And then it's, I think, another 20 years beyond that. A lot of you guys are in that age range. Huh. I wonder if that would be a good one. Wow, long comment. Thank you, Machacho. Appreciate the suggestion on Gen X. That's pretty cool. Interesting. On the ratios topics, he's suggesting that we mention the panel impact ratio. Yeah, that's actually, I didn't know that was called that, but yeah, we do have the so not all of our products have the percentage, like panel impact ratio on the label, but a lot of them do. Like if they're designed to be used with a foaming injector, like my Stars and Stripes or snake oil, for example. Matter of fact, I'll show you a label real quick. Hold on. Let me show you. Let's see here. Yeah, because that is a great suggestion, Machacho. I appreciate that. Hold on, let me zoom you back in. Oh, yeah. All right, so let me zoom way in here. Hang on a minute here. Okay, so yeah, Chem-X foaming injector right here. That would be the panel impact ratio. So that's 0.8 to 1% strength coming out to the vehicle surface. So that is a great suggestion, Muchacho. And the foaming injector is not, I mean, we don't manufacture that injector. That's made by Suttner. That's an ST160 or an ST164, depending on whether you want a single stage or a two-stage injector. So that's a great suggestion, though. So yeah, we'll keep trying to make sense of the ratios. I'm going to do a ratio video soon, where we really get into the weeds, you know, kind of make it a little more visual, where I can really show you guys what I'm talking about. Maybe we'll calibrate a foam cannon. I'll show you guys how to do that, so you can get an accurate idea of what you're pulling out of your foam cannon. That would be a lot of fun. Your IK sprayer lamp in the background is super cool. Thank you, Logan. Appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate that. Detail it. This is who I was watching on the last reaction video. So Bob, love Chem-X. Thank you, man. I was pleasantly surprised Sunday morning drinking my coffee, and bam, here you are. Love it. On the name for your Chem-X followers, I laughed out loud at X's. I thought Chem Freaks. That's a fun one. I'm gonna have to put out a vote. I'll put out a vote after this on my channel here, and we'll throw Gen X in there. Chem Freaks will definitely be in there. Chem Xers won the last vote, so I'll throw that in there too. See how that fares. So let's see here. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it there. Detail it on the ratios thing. I mean, heck, that's a common thing. It was actually good for me to be able to talk about it, because there's a lot of people who will cut the soaps at 100-to-1 into a foam cannon and then not realize how much more the foam cannon's also cutting it. So it's a great chance to teach people about. So I appreciate that. Brendan wants to know, can you mix Stars and Stripes into just one bottle? Please explain. All right. I've tried it before. I have a video on it that I put out a while back. And I was really hoping it would work, you know, because it would be really nice to eliminate the two steps. But it doesn't work. See, what happens is Stars is an acid, Stripes is an alkaline. And the reason for that is if you put the pre-soak onto the acid first, and then you shock it neutral with the alkaline on the vehicle surface, that breaks the static bond of the road film, of the surface itself, because the surface is a large flat area, kind of like like how a gecko can crawl up a wall. It's surface tension. Large flat areas have surface tension or static. So you break that bond by shifting the pH, by shocking it neutral. And you do want the neutral pH anyway, because it's better as far as runoff goes. But that's how you get the good results. And then once you've put those two steps on, then you can rinse really good with the power washer, really close. So I usually rinse 6 inches, 12 inches away from the surface-ish. And I rinse from the bottom up, and there's a couple of reasons for that. First off, it makes people comment, which is good for views. But the main reason that I do it is because it just helps me rinse more. And when you're doing a touchless wash, the high pressure is what's removing the film. The soaps shock at neutral and release it a little bit, but then the power wash is what does the cleaning. So you're scrubbing the surface with the pressure, and if you miss a spot, you're going to see it once it's dry. It'll look great while it's wet, but it'll look horrible when it's dry. So yeah, that's the long answer, but you wanted an explanation, so there you go. The clean team, that's a good recommendation too. Chem Crew, I like that. Heck, well, those are great suggestions. I appreciate all you guys. On the current chat here, heck, I got a lot to catch up with here. Oh, cattle trailer, yeah. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun, actually. Anything. I want to get a rock truck in here soon. I'll try and line that up. Do you ship to Canada? Not yet, but soon. I've been saying that for years, too. But it will be. It'll be soon. Question. I fly for a living, which includes the cleaning of the plane. Interesting. The luggage area gets a lot of black streaks from suitcase wheels. The cloth is kind of a cream cloth. Any suggestions? I mean, the only thing that I use in stuff like that, my first go-to would be my heavy-duty wash, which is like an all-purpose cleaner. It's a sodium metasilicate, so it's very versatile and it works really well. And it doesn't tend to damage things. So like, that would be a great start if you wanted to try that out. And you would just probably pre-dilute it a little bit, maybe cut it down, maybe 20-to-1 into a bottle. You spray it on and then wipe it around. And that would be my best shot at it. So how do you get gum off a cloth seat? So my D-Lime 90 would be the best thing for removing gum. It's D-limonene. It's 90% D-limonene. So it's citrus. And it releases adhesives. Most of my customers use it for tar and asphalt removal, but it'll take gum off of the seat. I don't know if it would hurt the fabric. I mean, I haven't used it for that myself, but I know that it would probably work. So D-Lime 90, that's the stuff there. I'll show you really quick what I'm talking about. So it's right here. This is my website here. You go under liquids, Chem-X.com, go to liquids, and then D-Lime 90 would be down here. So yeah, this is just citrus, like pure citrus. 90% D-limonene, and then the remainder is an emulsifier. And what that does is it helps once, like we use it generally for tar and asphalt removal, but you don't want the asphalt to reharden, so that extra 10% of emulsifier helps keep the asphalt from rehardening afterwards. It's expensive though. $40 for 32 ounces. I mean, it's not horrible, but you get into the gallon size, like $108, and drum's a lot of money. But yeah, you wouldn't barely need any of it to remove some junk from some cloth there. So let's get into this video. So this is pretty cool. Bell Lavaro Auto Spa, and he bought a bunch of my soap. So this is completely unbiased, and I'm excited to see what his thoughts are. Let's get into this. Let me know how the audio is, if it's good enough on your side.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Martin with Bell Lavaro Auto Spa. Today's video is going to be a review on Chem-X's Liquid-X, which is pretty interesting, kind of a cool sounding name. So Liquid-X is their wash and wax, more or less. They have it on the bottle, Polymer Sealant Mitt Wash. This is made to be a contact wash that also to wash your car, truck, whatever, and also contains a polymer sealant.
Yeah, polymer. Polymer is it's a lot more durable than Carnauba, but it doesn't shine as good. So the results aren't as noticeable, but it stays there longer. So Dortega, I haul asphalt, and sometimes I get asphalt and tack stuck in my rims. Alcoa blue stickers. Yeah, raw aluminum. How would D-Lime 90 handle that? And also, would it stain the aluminum after? I usually just spray diesel. So yeah, I mean, diesel's a lot more cost effective, but D-Lime 90 is technically more, I mean, I hesitate to say environmentally friendly, because I don't know, it's releasing asphalt into, but it is considered better than diesel as far as that goes. But as far as staining, no, I've never seen any stains from D-Lime 90 on polished aluminum. I think it will tire out paint over time, but if you have tar and asphalt all over your paint, then I mean, it'll definitely help get it off of there. And I think it would take a long time to wear out like a clear coat, but But yeah, that would be my solution. I've used it in that exact situation in my wash bay too, to get tack stuck out of the rims, and blue sticker, and that and Durabright, either way. Audio's good. All right, cool. Thank you. Theon, yeah, bleaching is a concern. So yeah, if you were to use anything that you're used for the first time, just try a small spot, like a discrete small spot. That's always a good rule of thumb, just to make sure, you know.
Now, from what I've seen in the video, I've seen it make the water sheet away. Now, this isn't like an extreme beading product. It's just to make you know, after you wash, that the water doesn't stick to the panel, that it sheets away. So that's what we're going to test out as well. Just a few things. The scent, it's got kind of like a cherry scent. It smells nice. Really nice label presentation. Chem-X labels are really nice. They're thick, durable. You know, like I said, they probably spend more money on that than they need to. It really says something about the company.
I sure do spend more than I need to.
Not another company that's just following that, you know, just another, I'll call them Adams clones. You see a lot of businesses that are just clones of Adams polishes. And I'm just tired of seeing them. Adams did a great job, but I'm tired of just seeing the same thing over and over again. If I want a company like Adams Polishes, I'll go to Adams Polishes.
Yeah, it's time for something.
But Chem-X is completely new, unique. Again, I haven't seen anything like it. And you know, they got all their bases covered on their product lineup. Now they cater to mainly trucks and big rigs, but I'm here testing it out for car detailing just to see how it all does. So you can see your dilution ratios right here. So we're going to be using a foam cannon at 4:1, and then a bucket 1 ounce per 2 gallons. So we're going to put about 2 ounces in there. The power washer injector, same thing as a foam cannon. Now the Chem-X foaming injector, I did order one. I ordered their silencer kit.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you think of it, man.
The silencer kit is about $300. It's not cheap. It's a really nice quality solenoid pickup tube and foam nozzle, so you don't have to use a foam cannon. I'll do a full review of that when it gets here.
Oh, that's exciting.
And what's nice about those, you don't have to dilute the soap. You just stick it in there, and it will like use like probably this much soap to do one vehicle. Whereas, you know, the foam cannon and bucket, we're probably going to use close to this amount. But very interesting nonetheless, and that's going to be a great product to save a lot of detailers some money and time, because it's just super easy to use. But you know, that's for next time. So anyways, it says directions for use: pre-cut recommended dilution ratio for your application method, which is foam cannon. Apply to vehicle surface and agitate with the mitt for best results. Cool surface prior to rinse. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna be using my test hood. My car is ceramic coated, so it's not really gonna show this product off well. My test hood's a little dirty. Been sitting in the garage. I did polish away the protection that was on there to make sure, you know, that's not going to mess with it. So you're going to see like a clean section in the middle, and the rest of it's pretty dirty.
This will be cool to see. Ceramic is ceramic is definitely it's gonna be slippery anyway. So, but Liquid-X is a great sort of way to just kind of wash a ceramic coating. So Christopher asks, love the content, new to the channel, can't wait to start purchasing the product. My question is, which power washer would you recommend for semi-truck washing and fleet washing? That's a good question. I have like my own brand of machines. I mean, I gotta work with that. Hold on here. These are complete systems, but if you want just the machines, you get in here. This is a handful of them. I mean, if you're washing portably, this is the most cost-effective one that I can possibly offer you. And my price point is going to be higher than you could get similar specs for other places, but the difference would be like the quality of the components. Like we use higher end stuff than you would normally get. So like this is a stainless steel lance, extra length, stainless steel couplings, Q quick disconnects for the gun into the lance, and a Musmatic DGV inline swivel. So like that's just really nice stuff. That's the interface. That's what you're using all the time. And you know the hose is better quality, and then on the X Factors in general, we have sort of our own layout that we spec'd with the manufacturer. It's a spec that I built machines I built power washers for years. So this was the layout that I did. The same unloader, same inlet strainer, same pressure switch design with the time delay off. This would be an electric stationary one. This would be like what I use in my videos. I have both the 5-horse one in my videos in my wash bay, and then the 7.5-horse one, which is what I use up toward the front of the wash bay, where I have the ceiling boom. That's the bigger one. So those are good options, but it would depend on what machine I would recommend. I mean, either one of those would be great for fleet washing. The thing with fleet washing is you want to get a machine that has at least 3 gallons per minute, preferably more. Those machines I just showed you are both 3.5 gallons per minute. So that's into the range of what's helpful to work with. If you have lower gallons per minute than that, then you're going to have to spend a lot more time washing than you would otherwise. So that's the advantage of higher gallons per minute. And the real pros, like the guys who do like the crazy 2-step fleet washing and they wash a truck in like 7 minutes and put me to shame, those guys use like 8 gallons per minute. And I've tried 8 gallon per minute machines before, and I find them tiring. It's exhausting. But the more flow you have, the faster you can wash. Mark asks, what would be the best advice you can give a new detailer? What products would be best starting off with? I mean, you could get going easily. Like this stuff that we're watching in this video right now, Liquid-X, is very forgiving. This stuff is, you wouldn't need very much to get started. You don't need very much to wash a car with it. And whenever you get hands-on with the vehicle, you're going to get the best results anyway, because you're physically taking it all the way to 100%. So like, aside from paint correction kind of stuff, but as far as washes go and what I have to offer, I mean, this would be a great start. And there's no startup investment. Where you got to get a mitt and a bucket, and this stuff I sell a quart 32 ounces for $26. It'll leave some protection behind, and it foams crazy. If you have a power washer and a foam cannon, then it'll foam up real nice. So, that would be a good start. But of course, I'm not a detailer myself, so I don't know how much you want to trust my advice here. I don't know. Nas says, I'm hoping you'll ship to Hawaii in the future. It's been done before. Some people have, you can hire a freight broker and move stuff wherever you want, but it's not cost effective. I kind of feel bad for people who do that because it's, I mean, my soaps are unique, I guess, but I don't know. It just seems like once you spend so much money moving stuff around to get it into other countries and through the borders, I don't know. What's the difference between yours and the Easy Clean Firehouse model? So the Easy Clean Firehouse model is like generally they don't have as many features. So like, let me see here if I can find, where was I here? So we have a different set of, same things I was going into before. Let me see if I can find it here. So let's see here. The Firehouse style from Easy Clean is a taller frame, and it's designed, and that's kind of a nice thing. So you can just set it up against the wall a little easier. These have a frame that is, just basically almost the top half of that similar design. In here, you have like the time delay off stuff, the pressure sensors and whatnot, and that auto starts and auto stops. But the main thing here is you have a much improved reel. We use Reelcraft reels, which are really, really durable. Better hoses, and then this has our foaming lance design. So this is just kind of all plug and play. And we also make sure that we bring in these units to our place and outfit them with all of our own custom stuff. Like this lance here, this is a fully stainless lance, and it's our own design. We assemble these right here. And we have the high pressure inlet swivel there and whatnot. I think that it's good to put as much emphasis on the interface that you're holding, that you're working with, as possible, because this does a lot for you. This is a nice streamlined way to turn on and off the foam cannon without any detachable parts. And the inlet swivel is super nice because the hose can spin freely under pressure, so you don't have to fight the hose at all. So those are nice differences. And the main thing is that when we get these units in from the manufacturer, there's a few things that we double check because they don't usually come in 100% right. Goofy little things. Like one thing I've noticed with every machine that comes in from these guys is that the hour meters are always wired to the on-off switch, so that as soon as you turn on the switch, the hour meter starts ticking. But when it has auto time down, the machine's not running. So like, it was actually, I noticed this on one of my machines in my studio, was that on day 3, I had 100 hours on my pump, and I hadn't even really used it yet. And I was like, what in the heck's going on? So that's when I noticed that they come in wired like that, which is odd. So we double check everything on these units before we ship them out to our customers too. So I guess a little bit of quality control goes a long way. Let's see. Can the stars and stripes keep in a foam cannon, or do you have to use it the same day? You know, I mean, I usually leave my foam cannons, like whatever's left in them. You know, it's a good practice to rinse them out and run some water through them when you're done. I mean, if you're going to store them for a long time, that's one thing. But I usually just, when I'm done with stars and stripes in the foamers, I just move on, and I don't worry about it. You know, I don't worry about it, and I've never had a problem, which is surprising. I've had the same foam cannons in there since I started, the same two MTM Hydro PF22s, and I've never had any trouble with either one of them. And I've been hoping I'd have some trouble with them because I'd love to do a video on how to fix problems when they come up, but they just keep working. So I always leave the stars and stripes in them and then top them off and use them again in the next video. And they usually sit for a few days. I'm not using them like every day. Let's see here. Appreciate the input. Use your products in the farm. Work amazing. Cool. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you keep yours full too. Never had a problem. Yeah. Yeah, never had a problem. I don't know why. But anyway. All right, let's get back into this video here. I want to see how this goes with Liquid-X here. Let's see.
Let's get started. So my foam cannon's about half full, about 500 milliliters, just close to 32 ounces. So approximately 3 ounces of soap is going to equal a 4-to-1 dilution. And guys, you don't have to be spot on with everything. Okay, you just got to get in the ballpark.
Yeah, that's very true.
So let's see. 3 ounces right there of cough syrup. So it looks like NyQuil. I think Bob was saying like it's their NyQuil scent. Which, I mean, it smells good, but it does. Yeah, it does smell just like NyQuil, honestly.
Yeah, it's the same fragrance.
Don't drink it though. I mean, it's not going to taste good. So.
I think the fragrance is a lot of why people like Liquid-X so much.
I'm not using hot water in this one, just cold water. Okay, screw it all the way into max foam, because we're going for max foamage. And we're also going to test it out in our wash bucket. So we'll fill up the wash bucket first, and then we'll foam it on. And we'll use the mitt, because we want to test everything out. So again, I got about approximately 2 ounces in the wash bucket, so I'll do a little bit. There we go. That should be good for a wash bucket. Again, doesn't have to be spot on, just approximate. Get the cap back on here. My big bottle of NyQuil soap. And let me get everything set up and we'll go over to the bucket. Alright, so over here at the wash bucket, we got our soap, cough syrup. Dump it in there. Rinse any that's stuck in there. So I have to make sure the container is clean for next time I use it. Alright,
very nice.
Dissolved nicely in the water. There's no like thick ribbons or anything like that. Let's agitate her up, see how she looks.
That's cool.
Nice and foamy, nice and sudsy. It doesn't feel super lubricated in my fingers, but again, doesn't necessarily mean anything as long as it glides across the panel, which that's what we're going to test. Anyways, let's foam the panel. Let me rinse it off first, and then we'll see how the hydrophobics are, so we can see it before and after. All right, so here's the test panel. Let's see how it looks.
Yeah, like he was saying, this is ceramic coated, so it's, I don't know if you'll see any difference here. Once it's ceramic coated, it's pretty good.
I do have some water sheeting away, because again, I just polished the middle section, but you can see that it's not the best water behavior. Alright, so we're going to see if there's any improvement over what we're seeing right now. So let me grab the foam cannon and we'll see how it looks. Alright, foam cannon, here we go.
Nice. Liquid-X is the best foam I have. No question about it. Oh yeah, killing it. Put it on thick. Dang, man. Making me uncomfortable. Bro, I don't. Bro, you're doing so much foam. People.
There you go, nice thick rich foam.
Yeah. I mean, heck, I say I've got a warehouse full of it, but I feel bad, man. You can pay money for that stuff.
Contact wash, whatever you want to call it. Suds are still in the bucket. See how it looks when we contact wash it as it was intended.
Yeah.
It is nice and slick. I don't feel any grabbing or pulling, so it's an indication.
Cool. I need a test hood at my place. That's a great idea. I'm gonna go track down a test hood. That's what I need to do.
All right, so as a wash soap, it gets my thumbs up.
Nice. Cool. That's a relief.
Let's see if the protection it leaves behind is any better than what we had. Which we didn't really have any protection, we just had a polished hood.
I don't know, man. Ceramic goes a long way. Huh. Alright, that is rinsed. Let's give it.
You know, there is probably some polishing residue left behind, which was causing it to bead up a little bit more, but yeah, it is sheeting away like they said it would. They did not say it was a beater. It's not ceramic protection. So
What would it look like before? Let's go back. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So this is before. There's a little more beads going on.
Sheeting away, 'cause again, I say it was a beater.
And then after, it's
Not
more of a
ceramic
sheet.
protection. So, you know, I'd say if you were washing your car or truck, you use this. You rinsed it off.
That's interesting. Yeah, that is a lot of water.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So yeah, I prefer when we're developing the soaps to work toward sheeting as opposed to beading, because I've noticed that stuff that beads a lot, you tend to, if it let's say it air dries and you have any sort of hard water, the more beads you have, the more spots you have, and I find that if you can create a soap that creates this effect more where it sheets off, then there's less stuff left behind to leave water spots. And a lot of my customers, and myself included, I have hard water here. I have about 5 grain-ish water hardness. So I do get water spots if I don't dry stuff. That's why I use the blower all the time in my videos, just to make sure that none of that, no junk gets left behind anywhere. But I also try and make my soaps so that they sheet like this, so that helps.
And, oddly enough, you'd be left with less water to rinse off than you would with if you had like a coating or something that beads water like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely not sticking. I mean, it's sticking, but it's not, you know, stuck. Slow sheeter.
Yeah.
That's when people say water sheeting, that's what I expect to see, so it does what it says it does. No broken promises here.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad to hear that.
I mean, most of the hood's dry now. That's pretty good. And I know some people, a lot of people prefer that over beading products. Myself, I like beading products better because I know it's better protection, but some people prefer the sheeting. So that's that, guys. Let's go in for our final thoughts and see what we think.
Right.
All right, so Chem-X Liquid-X. It does everything that they said it would do. It's got a nice cherry scent, which is reminiscent of NyQuil. But again, guys, NyQuil smells good. It just doesn't taste good. We're not tasting this, but it smells good. It's a nice cherry scent.
Liquid-X tastes worse than that.
Dark cherry, I guess you would call it. So it smells good. It's got good foam. You saw on the foam can it did amazingly well. Nice, thick, clingy foam. Good lubrication for washing. And then we saw the water slowly sheet away like they said it would. So, you know, it left a nice little polymer barrier in there that, if I had to guess, would probably last a month or so. Nothing long term, but you know, if you got
that's very accurate.
You got a huge vehicle.
That's very accurate.
In my opinion, that's
1 month would be ideal.
Dry it easier because most of the water is just sheeting away. If you got something where the water is beating up and you got great protection, you know, which is nice because you can just use a leaf blower, but you know, it's just a little bit less work in my opinion. Now they do have a foam-on ceramic product called Snake Oil. Funny name, I know. This is not a soap, though. This is meant to use as a last step protection. So after you contact wash and rinse.
Thank you. Yeah, her name is Kona.
That's, you know, using their two-step Stars and Stripes, using their foam or heavy duty. You can follow it up with Snake Oil, foam on, rinse off. This, from what I've seen in the videos, does have some pretty noticeable protection before and after. Definitely sheets the water away a lot faster and beads it up to a degree. It's not super duper hydrophobic, but you know,
really?
it's a lot better. And again, this also makes use of their foam injectors or these other methods. But this is going to be a separate review, so I'm going to set that aside.
Well, I can't wait to see that one.
But Chem-X Liquid-X, great product, guys. Honestly, if you're fleet washing and you know, you want to save yourself some time, I think this would be good to foam on. You know, use your wash brush, whatever, if you're using that. If you're trying to touchless wash, Stars and Stripes is the way to go. But if you're trying to not spend as much on Stars and Stripes, maybe, or you know, you don't care to do a touchless wash, this would be good because it's going to sheet most of the water away. And most fleet washes, I don't even think they dry them off. So
that's true.
This is definitely a good fleet wash product, or for personal use. You know, you're just washing your vehicle every now and then. This will work. Great option. So way to go, Chem-X, on that. You guys did
sweet. Thanks, Martin.
It gets my stamp of approval. Something I'd personally use. Me personally, no, because I like, you know, either just straight wash shampoos or the ceramic infused ones because I like the good protection, because I love ceramic protection. It's what I'm all about, and it's one of the things that keeps me in business. But nothing against this. These still have their place, and there's still a big market for people that like stuff like this, so more power to them. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up.
Cool.
Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. And I will see you in the next video. Keep them clean. Have a good one.
Cool. Thanks for the review, Martin. Appreciate that. Yeah. I'm going to give you a like. Sweet. Yeah, check out Bell Lavoro Auto Spa. Give him a sub. He does a great job. And he describes my products better than I do. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, so let me see here. Cancel this out. Yeah. Well, this is fun. It was nice to nice to hang with you guys. Yeah, this is Kona right here. So she's my new mascot. She's 3 months old. She's going to be a lot of fun. So is she a pure German Shepherd? She's a Czech German Shepherd. I don't know what that means, but that's what she is. And she's got big paws, I'll tell you what. She's going to be, I think she'll be like 100 pounds. Sam wants to know if you can use Liquid-X on your car. Yeah, you can use all of my stuff on a car. I just kind of have always worked in the trucking industry. So my soaps are designed to be safe on polished aluminum. And once you're safe on polished aluminum, that's pretty much, that's one of the most difficult things I've ever tried to tackle, is to make soaps that are safe on the polished stuff. So, but anyway, all right, well, good hanging with you guys. Appreciate all you watching, and we'll have to do this again real soon. I'll throw a vote out there after this to see what you guys want to be called. You know, Gen Xers or Chem Xers or Chem Freaks was another one. Chem Crew. Great ideas. I appreciate all your thoughts. All right, guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you again real soon.